Hello, I'm Dr. Emily Carter, and today we're talking about why belly fat becomes more stubborn after 40 and what actually works to reduce it. If you've noticed that losing belly fat feels harder after 40, you are not imagining it. Many men and women reach their 40s and suddenly realize that weight around the midsection increases, even though their eating habits or activity levels have not changed much. This can feel frustrating and confusing, but the truth is, your body does change after 40, and those changes affect how and where you store fat. Belly fat becomes more stubborn not because you lack discipline, but because your hormones, metabolism, muscle mass, sleep patterns, and stress response all begin to shift. One of the biggest reasons belly fat increases after 40 is a gradual decline in insulin sensitivity. Insulin is the hormone that helps move sugar from your bloodstream into your cells to be used for energy. As you age, your cells can become slightly less responsive to insulin. This means your body produces more insulin to keep blood sugar stable. Higher insulin levels make it easier for your body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. Even if you are eating the same foods you ate in your 30s, your body may process them differently now. Frequent consumption of refined carbohydrates, sugary snacks, and sweetened drinks can make this worse over time. Another major factor is cortisol, the stress hormone. Life after 40 often comes with increased responsibilities, career pressure, family obligations, and sometimes sleep disruption. Chronic stress keeps cortisol levels elevated. When cortisol remains high for long periods, it signals the body to store energy, particularly in the abdominal area. From a biological perspective, this is a survival mechanism. But in modern life, constant psychological stress can lead to persistent belly fat accumulation. Hormonal shifts also play a key role. In women, estrogen levels begin to fluctuate and eventually decline during perimenopause and menopause. Lower estrogen levels are associated with increased fat storage in the abdominal region. Fat distribution shifts from hips and thighs toward the midsection. In men, testosterone levels gradually decline with age. Lower testosterone can reduce muscle mass and slow metabolism, making fat gain easier and fat loss harder. These changes are natural, but they require adjustments in lifestyle to manage effectively. Muscle loss is another important factor. Starting in your 30s, you naturally begin to lose muscle mass unless you actively work to maintain it. After 40, this process can accelerate. Muscle tissue burns more calories than fat tissue, even at rest. When muscle mass decreases, your resting metabolic rate declines. This means you burn fewer calories throughout the day, even if your routine has not changed. If you have become less physically active over the years, this effect can be even more noticeable. Without strength training, the combination of muscle loss and hormonal changes creates an environment where belly fat accumulates more easily. Sleep also becomes critically important after 40. Many adults experience lighter or shorter sleep as they age. However, poor sleep affects the hormones that regulate hunger and fat storage. When you do not get enough quality sleep, levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, increase, while leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, decreases. This can lead to increased appetite and cravings, particularly for high carbohydrate and sugary foods. At the same time, poor sleep raises cortisol and reduces insulin sensitivity, both of which encourage abdominal fat storage. Even a week of insufficient sleep can negatively impact metabolism. Chronic low-grade inflammation is another contributor. As we age, the body can become more prone to inflammation, especially if diet quality declines or physical activity decreases. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, lack of sleep, and ongoing stress all increase inflammatory markers in the body. Inflammation interferes with insulin signaling and hormonal balance, making it harder to burn fat efficiently. Interestingly, belly fat itself produces inflammatory compounds, which can create a cycle where more fat leads to more inflammation, which leads to more fat storage. Many people respond to stubborn belly fat by drastically cutting calories. Unfortunately, extreme dieting often backfires. Severe calorie restriction can increase stress hormones and accelerate muscle loss. When muscle decreases further, metabolism slows even more. The body becomes more efficient at storing fat, especially once normal eating resumes. This is one reason why repeated crash dieting often leads to weight regain concentrated around the abdomen. Another common mistake is relying only on cardio exercise. While walking, jogging, or cycling are excellent for cardiovascular health, excessive cardio without resistance training can sometimes increase cortisol levels and contribute to muscle loss. After 40, preserving muscle is essential. Strength training 2 to 4 times per week helps maintain lean mass, improve insulin sensitivity, and increase resting metabolism. You do not need heavy weights or intense programs. Bodyweight exercises, resistance bands, or moderate dumbbells performed consistently can make a significant difference. Protein intake also becomes more important with age. Adequate protein supports muscle maintenance, stabilizes blood sugar, and increases satiety. When protein intake is too low, muscle loss accelerates and hunger increases, both of which can contribute to fat gain. Including a source of protein with each meal can help regulate appetite and protect lean tissue. Balancing blood sugar is one of the most effective strategies for reducing belly fat after 40. Focus on whole, minimally processed foods. Include plenty of vegetables, healthy fats, lean proteins, and fiber-rich carbohydrates. Pairing carbohydrates with protein or fat slows digestion and reduces blood sugar spikes. Reducing frequent snacking and avoiding sugary beverages can also lower insulin levels over time. Managing stress is equally important. While eliminating stress completely is unrealistic, building stress resilience can significantly lower cortisol levels. Simple practices such as daily walks outdoors, deep breathing exercises, gentle stretching, or short mindfulness sessions can calm the nervous system. Social connection and laughter also have measurable stress-reducing effects. Increasing daily movement outside of formal exercise sessions can further improve metabolic health. Standing more often, taking short walking breaks, doing household chores, and generally staying active throughout the day increase energy expenditure and improve insulin sensitivity. These small movements add up over time. It is also important to understand that not all belly fat is the same. Subcutaneous fat lies just under the skin and is often more noticeable visually. Visceral fat, however, surrounds internal organs and is more strongly linked to health risks such as cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Reducing abdominal fat is not just about appearance, it is about protecting long-term health. Fat loss after 40 may happen more slowly than it did in your 20s, but it is absolutely possible. A realistic rate of fat loss is about 0.5 pound to 1 pound per week. Slow, steady progress is more sustainable and better for preserving muscle. Quick fixes and extreme methods often create temporary results, followed by rebound weight gain. If your belly fat feels more stubborn now, it does not mean you have failed. It means your body has changed. Hormones shift, muscle mass declines, stress accumulates, and sleep patterns evolve. But the body remains adaptable at every age. With consistent strength training, balanced nutrition, quality sleep, stress management, and daily movement, you can reduce belly fat and improve overall metabolic health. Healthy aging is not about chasing perfection. It is about making informed, sustainable choices that support your body over time. Small habits practiced consistently create meaningful change. Even after 40, your body is capable of progress, strength, and resilience.